Listen up, Rangers, welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steven. Before we get into this actual video, this is one of these special review that never was, because this review happened a few months ago. This happened because we had the Iris previously, picked it up, sat around for a couple weeks, finally decided to do the video, and then the SD card that this was on actually lost. So we actually just recently found it, so I was like, yeah, we'll put the video together. But because of how cumbersome this figure is, didn't feel like getting it back out of the case to do the comparisons and messing everything up and then doing the photos. So the review is just kind of going to be what it is. So we have, and to be honest, after having edited a lot of it, there isn't really that much missing. You just don't really get the photos, and the end photos, the comparisons. That's pretty much about it. It's still a pretty fluid video. So at least it's got that going for it. I didn't go super heavy into the editing. There maybe could have been a little bit more close-ups, and you can kind of hear the dog, the cat, and Casey in some parts of it. We generally would probably have re-edited those or refilmed them, but just gonna put it out the way it is. So hopefully you guys enjoy, and on to the review. Listen up, Rangers. Welcome to the Geek Chest. My name's Steve.
I'm over here. My name's Arnes.
Yeah, we're kind of hiding behind this giant-ass box. I don't know what the audio's picking up.
Steve, what is this small box?
So what we have here is the SH MonsterArts Iris. Been meaning to get this video done for a while, because I really want to get this box out of my office.
Are you going to chuck the box or keep it?
Yeah. I have a toolbox that has all the MonsterArts accessories in them if I need them for photos and whatnot.
So you don't need this then?
So this is going to get added to that box, and then I'm pitching the rest of it. Because I ain't selling it. Any reason I picked this up, I'm actually just going to hold it. Main reason I picked up the SH MonsterArts Iris is it's my third favorite monster of all time.
It's Steve.
Yeah, my two favorite monsters come from the Gamera films, because I also really like Legion. Still waiting for my MonsterArts Legion. It's also the only X Plus that I don't have that I would like.
I understand Legion. It's just a cool looking monster, right? Why him?
Because he's like the gnarliest thing, and it has tentacles. Who doesn't like tentacles?
It kind of reminds me of Biolante. Just male version of Biolante.
Again, tentacles.
That's more
Maybe
like
I just have a fetish.
That's more like a hentai thing.
Exactly.
Onicha.
Right? Senpai, no. But anyways, felt like I had to pick this up, even though it was a $300 action figure.
That's where it hurts my feelings. Like, holy crap.
It's a bit of a pricey figure. But it seemed justifiable because you do get the flight stand with it. It is a pretty hefty action figure for the MonsterArts line. Like, in comparison to Biolante, you get more stuff with it.
See, I was a little bit worried because I just thought it was that little thing on the floor down there. But there's more to it, so he's going to justify.
He says little, but it still is bigger than the 2013, the -1 hanging out next to it.
So he's going to justify why this costs $300, and we're going to go along for the ride.
Hopefully, anyways. Anyways, for the box, super sweet. You get Iris with the flames. Looks like it's rampaging through the city. The side of the box is not a whole lot going on, but you do get Iris there. Back of the package just shows you it with his flight pose and other accessories. And some Nigamumba Jumbas and Dabanos.
I feel like this is like a special edition or collector's edition or something, just by the design of the box.
And we already have it opened up out of its cardboard prison, so...
See? Tiny little thing.
Tiny little thing, yes. I wish I had the Gamera down here, then I took it upstairs, and we're finally doing the video, so I have to go grab it again. Anyways, I don't actually... Fun fact, I got this thing out of the box, was like, I like it. And then it's just been sitting, hanging out in the corner. And then I got terrified.
Oh my God.
Because one of these disappeared. And I was like, uh-oh. But it's only been down in the office, so thankfully it was right on the floor.
There
yeah,
is
there's
so
all this.
much over here.
Because I'm going to start with the bottom.
You know, when you pay $300, they really kind of make sure you get your money's worth.
There's a fly tentacle. Ooh. See how it's got like the purples and blues? Like it changes color in the writing? That's pretty dope.
It looks blue and purple. Blue from one side, purple from the other side.
Another one. More tentacles. God, I need to get these. I need to figure out where I put the instructions.
You might need more than a box to hold all of his stuff, Steve.
I got more tackle boxes. Yeah, I probably should get a bigger one. Here's all the stuff for the flight stand. And we're still not done yet.
God.
How do I get this part?
You guys are in for a long ride, I guess. It's going to be a long review.
Because there's also the extra bits that go on each of the tentacles. Because when it's flying around, it doesn't have the pincers. Because what happens is when it goes into flight mode, these split. And then it makes the wings. So that's why each of these are separated while the full tail has the little pincer blades.
Oh, actually, they can move? I can squeeze this without breaking it?
Yeah, it's articulated.
Oh!
I was working on making the beams, but when I made the beams, my hope is that the pincers could clamp around them. But when I made them, I didn't. I should have made a bigger groove for them to sit in. Oh my God! There's still a little piece here too.
Steve, I thought I was gonna die today. This thing fell off.
Yeah, I told you the one pops off. Then we got we got this little piece here that I have no freaking idea.
See, I'm not gonna try to put that back on. With my luck, I'll break it, and I don't want to pay $300.
Oh, thank God! I still have the instructions. All right, we can figure this out. Oh, the little piece. Oh, it's for the knee.
Ta-da! I'll put it back on.
So when it has this little spiky bit here. It's for behind the knee. So, because right now you see how it has that giant hook. You replace that so that it could bend the knee in more. And then
good
those
thing
go on
he
the
saved.
tentacles.
You're gonna have to save that. You know that, right? The instructions.
To be honest, we're probably going to do the video. It's going to go in the flight pose, and it's probably going to live forever in the flight pose.
Touché.
Because I already have, I have 2 X Plus Irises. I have the Bandai. I have a lot of this. I don't have a flying one. I think that's half the reason I bought this was because I really wanted a flying Iris for my shelf.
That's a good reason.
So, I guess while we're sitting here, I'm going to assemble this. Arnes, if you'd like to play with Iris.
Let me roll up my sleeves and see what we got here. Oh, don't mind my hoodie. It's covered in fucking cat hair.
The big part here goes on the back. There is these.
I should not be allowed to touch this stuff. Look at this. It already fell out.
Go on the top.
Why does he have so many blades on him, Steve?
Because that's what makes him cool. He's just spiky McSpiketons for days.
I wasn't kidding. Like, look at the back.
Oh, you can put these in any of the 3 sections too.
Looked really good in the back and front.
I'm just gonna go with the middle for now.
I like the chest. I feel like I've seen one of these figures where his chest lights up. Is that a thing, Steve?
The one X Plus.
Oh, is it?
I'm missing a piece.
Uh-oh. I'm not moving. What are you missing?
There should be a little piece that goes there.
Okay, so it's clear, so it still might be in that thing over there.
Yes, is it still in the box? I thought I got everything. Oh, it's in my drawer.
You guys don't want to know where it was at.
I was like, I'm pretty sure everything fell on me. Like, oh, yep, it's right on my stick. All right. Okay, so that goes like that. And then there's a big one and a small one.
Okay, so the awesome thing about this flight is, I don't know if we'll show on there, but you look from this side, it's like purple. You look from this side, it's kind of blue. It changes colors. as I'm switching it towards the lights, see?
Yeah, the only thing about the stand I'm not liking right now is everything's really tight fit.
Well, you want it to be on there, right, without falling off.
Yeah, but I also want to be able to take it back apart.
Oh, no, no. No. Once you assemble this, like you said, Steve, it stays assembled.
When our powers combine, this is the flight stand. So now you have this. There's also the shorter bit. We'll figure out which one I'm going to be using in a minute. There's that. I think I get the gist on how... So, these little pieces all just go on the tentacle tips. I would generally recommend getting a hairdryer. Oh, that's such a tight fit.
Giggity. That's what she said, Steve. Or wait, that's what he said? She said?
Yeah, I was just saying.
Somebody said it.
Oh.
So, this same one keeps falling off, and I don't know if I'm putting it in right.
Which one? The knee? Yeah, the one's a little loose.
Oh, okay. So
I think that's another reason I may or may not be putting this in the flight pose.
Okay, so I took the back ones off for you, Steve.
And then it's supposed to be, yeah, so the bendy bits, this should be downwards. And then the blade faces to the top.
His feet look weird as shit.
They remind me, they're almost kind of like hooves.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the tentacles all set up.
Tentacles with more knives on.
The rest of it we'll do the closer look at this, then we'll get them assembled, do the flight pose, because then I never have to tear it apart again. Oh, I gotta do foam. Alright, I'm gonna be honest, because I know we've been kind of cutting back on doing photos at the end of these videos, because the way these videos are now set up, it's kind of weird to have the pictures tossed in the middle. So for the most part, there's probably not going to be a lot of like photos of this with the Gamera other than like the thumbnail. But if you guys are interested in seeing some, if I do end up making more photos, because I want to do a little bit more toy photography again, it'll probably end up on like the Instagram, Facebooks, kind of like they used to.
People really appreciate that though. Gives them better details of it.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
Oh, this will make a good back scratcher. Like just
no, no, it wouldn't, because it would break. Alright, so for a closer look at Iris details, this thing is phenomenal. Probably, outside of the couple of loosey-goosey parts.
That's the one. Okay, I don't feel bad.
Because it's one of those, like, I want to glue it in, but then you don't want to glue it in because it's meant to come out. Usually my go-to is if I have a loose, something like that, I just permanently fix it. But because it's meant to be swappable, you just kind of deal with it. So this one's...
Can you put like a little bit of nail polish on it and make it like a little thicker?
I could make it thicker.
Yeah, I would.
Nail polish. You can still do the glue, but what you do is you apply... I usually get one of those plastic brushes that you find in like the kids' craft out, like the really, really cheap ones. You don't want to use an actual brush because with like the hair and stuff, it'll actually burn it. Mm-hmm. And that's bad. But you can use the plastic ones. And granted, it's going to fuse after like 10-15 seconds. But you'll still be able to just brush over it a little bit. You let it, make sure it's dry. It'll thicken it a little bit. And then that should hopefully give you enough tension. Because I do that a lot with doing commissions and whatnot. What, cat?
Oh, there's a cat in here. Jesus.
He's very needy. But honestly, I think in terms of detail, it might be one of the best MonsterArts they've ever done. Like the chest looks really good. It's got translucent plastic.
I can't complain.
For the nipples.
Because I was going to say, it's got translucent plastic on it.
Yeah, the legs. It's got the yellow for the tum-tums.
It's got more than 3 colors on it.
He's got his giant spear things on his arms. Both arms, as a matter of fact. One thing I guess you could say as a nitpick is it's a very posable figure, but it's not the most posable figure. Because there's, like, you have all this.
Kind of makes you feel like you can do a lot with it, but technically you can't.
Yeah, because it's like, you got an elbow bend here. And we're mainly going to just get into the articulation too while we're doing this. But the way the arm's designed, it doesn't really move that far. Granted, it's not like it really moved that much in the movie. It's just kind of like, stabby, stabby, stabby. But you do get a little bit of play with it. It's the same with the legs. Like, you get a little bit of play with it. It's probably got one of the best knee bends, I think, of all the Monster Arts.
I'm trying to take a sneak peek.
Like, I can still keep bend. If it wasn't for the tentacle back here, I could bend this in more.
Would it go all the way in?
Yeah, which is kind of meant to for the flight pose. Also, I totally forgot that Arnes just pulled out the spike pits already on the back.
I'm sorry.
We have to show off detailing and removing the detailing. So it's supposed to look like that for the leg. This looks good. Also, another thing, we did the 2003 review before this, but did you know that he also has posable toes?
No way.
Yep, so these shift.
No, stop stealing from 2023.
Even though this figure came out like a couple months in advance.
No, we did a 2023 review first, so that means he came out first. This one's just stealing now.
Right? And then you got these bits here for the little...
Wow. Like these guys...
I want to call them wing flaps, but that shifts around. This tentacle pops off. Like I said, he's kind of got the ball joint problem where a lot of things just like to pop off. And like I said, for the knee, it wants to come off too. But this back here is what I was trying to show off. Like this shifts around.
They got some movement.
Yeah, like there's a little bit of movements with these plates. So if you want to... Get my hand in the right spot. Shift it around. You get a little bit more play.
And I think the whole point of them putting so much movement in their articulation is so you can fit it in the flight mode, which works out.
Yeah.
Ooh, be careful. You're going to...
Yeah, I keep kind of shifting that piece around. Because the one tentacle keeps getting stuck under my arm. I'll pop this bad boy back in.
Yeah, this is... I'm, like, terrified of this figure. Like,
it's not like I feel like I can manhandle this a little bit more than I can the 2023. Which is a positive, because these are a little bit more flexible.
I'm keeping it. Fine.
But like I said, if you do be warned, though, there could be some loose parts. Then for the tentacles... look pretty accurate to the movie. It's even got the little...
Is it ball joints or is it like the wire?
It's a ball joint.
Okay.
That's why everything keeps popping off.
Oh no, that's better than the wire. Can you imagine like a few bends and that wire just pops out?
Oh yeah, for sure. But like it's got the little circular sections to kind of show like the membrane.
Yeah.
Going along, and then you get the tentacle tip, which is that nice little spear, which also opens and closes. That's pretty much it for the detailing, and then like I mentioned, like this is all ball jointed, so these can kind of do whatever you want. They do hold their pose pretty well.
You just got to be careful.
Yeah, it's just like it's ball joint, so like certain parts, the weight is gonna hold it down, but having it rest on a table
will work out.
Yeah, so it still sits upright, and then it's also got the ball joints going all the way up in the shoulder, so you can.
Jesus. I thought it was just towards the end.
Yeah, so you can have it like full sideways. They're coming out the side there. Same with back here. You can lift that up. And now I can have the bottom one going over top of its head. It's got a lot more play than you think it would. Which is really cool. Like I mentioned, like I want to kind of keep it with the tentacles on.
But you already have a couple of them like that.
Yeah, but yeah, as I say, I already got a few displayed, so like the flight pose for me just seems like a cool thing. Oh yeah, and the head can look down about that far, up about that far, inside to side. I also always like too the way the head is. It's just like what looks like the eye is just like a circular orb with a helmet in the front of it. That's kind of just how the face is designed. But anyways, I guess we'll zoom out and get this guy assembled in the flight pose. All right, fun time. So the ball joints for the tentacles come off right there. So that one comes off.
Here, hand me those so this way they don't get scratched up or anything like that. Ah!
Yeah, I think doing this too is it leaves less things in my tackle box too. Like now I just have to store tentacles instead of all the extra bits
wings.
in the stand. So the first bit of the tentacle is what stays and everything else goes. Then we do the knees, which both the knees, we already removed the front spike. The back spike also removes. And that's where...
Tiny little one comes in.
Tiny little, yeah. And that just... I think they both got their a particular side they're meant to go in. Yeah. So you kind of play around with it. You'll figure out which one lines up with which. If you look at it, you can kind of see the way the groove is. So now it's got the blades going into the leg. Get to tuck the toes. Knees bend in all the way.
That is awesome. Oh.
Oh. Oh, it's a ball joint. What? Oh my god. There's a ball joint here and here. I thought the glue seam popped. No, I just popped the ball joints out.
Oh, you couldn't see it because it was covered. As soon as it fell out, I seen that it was ball joints.
Yeah, oh, that's weird. Okay.
No worries.
I was like, I just broke it. Well, sort of broke it.
What?
I am learning so many things about this figure. So this is actually a hinge section right here that this hooks into.
So now you got to pop it out, put it back
So now we got to re-pop it out.
How'd you do it?
Because I thought it was because I was like, oh, maybe it's just like sitting her over top to.
Nope.
To hide it. Because I saw the tentacles kind of going towards the back, so I was wondering how far you can move that. So it's supposed to be, this should be going a little bit aiming backwards. These in the downward position, this is kind of in the middle.
Oh, they put in a lot of freaking work into this thing.
Get the arms out. Then this, trying to make sure I got it in the right one. Okay, that's that one.
The baby's yelling.
It's,
I'm sorry I took a breath.
It's what she do. Thought it wasn't good enough? Maybe not. Let's try that again.
Here I'm still just holding my wings trying to put the best part on.
Yeah, it's kind of vice versa. Like this. It's got little stubby legs now. It's
got blade legs. Reminds me of that, what?
Oh, it reminds me of Zone of the Enders.
Yeah.
Because they were just like, the way that they skated around. Okay, now we gotta try to get all these on.
Without breaking anything off.
Yeah, is there a difference? I probably should have paid more attention to that. They look all the same to me.
That's a good start. That is a good start.
Oh, okay. There is a difference. I think that's supposed to be bottom, because this...
Oh, the way they bend, I see.
Yeah, the way they bend, and also the bottom's girthier on this one, which lines up with the top better. Hello, darkness, my old friend.
Hopefully it did not break.
Again.
You will see Steve go crazy today.
Remember, I was trying not to be stressed out because you're not helping.
Maybe we should have just showed off the box for 15 minutes and called this video done. Success.
I feel like we should do. Oh yeah, that one fell. All right, hold my stand. Because we still gotta try and get this thing out of the stand. Okay, and then these.
Nothing broke on top, at least.
No, you got my spike.
No, it fell down by your feet.
Oh, I thought it fell down. I thought you got it. Oh, no, you're right.
This is... You're not disassembling this. Once you get this, you have to make sure that you're 100% positive this is the pose you want.
I think it's kind of funny that it's the opposite knee that's having an issue. So if you have to make sure the knee is like fully almost
Perfectly
90 degree bent. Otherwise, it'll apply pressure and it's still wanting to pop off. But it's at least attached now. Oh yeah, you got my tentacle.
Missing one. Please be careful. This is the end game.
Okay, I thought I was going to hear a pop. We did not hear a pop. Okay, and then...
Oh my god, how does this go on?
Whew. I thought... God. Okay, we'll work on that once I get it back on the stand. I thought in the instructions it mentioned something about the groin. Nope, I think it just sits there. Which means I have this backwards. Damn it.
Which part you have backwards?
This part, I think it's this long piece is supposed to be towards the front.
Yes, long piece towards the bottom.
Because I think it rests like that. It's like that. Instantly sank. Cool, cool. There we go. So it's kind of like that. And then...
Each wing goes on its own section.
Yeah, so like this rotates so that the wing can
go in there. And I think that helps it support it.
And this one goes over here. Spin me right around, baby. Go. I want to click on them reflexes.
Oh my God. It has been achieved. Walk away, Steve.
I'm still a little scared. I don't know if I want to breathe on it. But I really want this knee piece in. There we go.
Oh my God.
I think it's wholly holding because it can't stress anymore. Like that's as far as that goes front facing.
Who cares? You got it.
So here's the flight form.
Ah, that one's falling out again. So.
Yeah, to be honest, he's not quite straight. Damn. I want to tweak this one a little bit more, but I think I'm okay.
Yeah, just leave it alone. It's holding. It's not going to sink, so it won't damage. That's all that matters. Wow, that was a workout and a half.
It's pretty sweet, though. Granted, this essentially just makes it a statue.
Yes, it defeats the whole purpose of this figure, to be honest with you, Steve.
Hey, you can still pose with it.
Yeah.
This is probably the most complicated flight stand I've ever seen, though.
Be careful.
Moment of truth.
He's shifting forward a little bit.
Whee! Now we're flying. It's pretty dope. To be fair, this... Oh, but how do I get this in the case? This isn't going to fit where Gamera goes.
You're going to have to
I don't even think
case.
this fits where the legendaries go.
Do you have a bigger case?
Technically, I got as much room as I want, but where I have the most space is where I currently have all the legendaries hanging out.
Yeah.
Upstairs, anyways.
The wings are massive.
The wing, I think it's almost like, it's like the height and depth. Both are going to be a problem.
Yep.
So I'll definitely have to figure out where to stick this, but it's pretty sweet. It definitely, I probably need to finesse it a little bit more to really get it into the pose that I really like.
Yeah, you're just going to have to be very careful, though.
It's cool. I know the one thing is I'm just going to want to take this upstairs as one unit. It's probably going to be the most stress-inducing thing, so it's going to the hospital, trying to get this thing upstairs.
And you better keep that away from the baby.
That's why it's going in a case.
2
It's
minutes.
going in a case regardless, I just don't know where.
2 minutes with Dad, and this figure is gone.
Now, she already found, like, in our living room, I have a shelf, like, one shelf in the corner is all the Bandai vinyls. And something had to be sacrificed to the baby. Because I only have so much space for Godzilla stuff, so I'm like, what do I not mind her messing with? Bandai vinyls.
She used it as a hammer?
Her favorite is that, the Manda from, the Godzilla anime.
Yeah.
SB. Because it's a stick.
Yeah, it's not a loss. It's fine.
It's the we call it the tickle monster. It tickles her, so it's because the mouth is really tiny, so it bites her toes. She likes that one. She also has, like, her favorite ones to pull down is Jet Jaguar. Anything Jet Jaguar, she seems to go after. Like, we have that I had that big bank. She's broken that thing in half.
Is it the colors?
Maybe. Because it's like, I think it's just silver. Because it's like Mechagodzilla she likes Megalon. Megalon has the metallic silver for the thing. And then she grabs like Manda and the first form of Godzilla from SP. That kind of looks like Titanosaurus because it's also just like a long stick. She likes those and then she hits them against things.
At least you know her favorite colors now, silver.
So overall for the actual figure, I think it's sweet. I think for me, I feel like I got my money's worth out of it.
Money's worth, yes. It is a lot of things here. There's a lot going on, okay? There's a lot of things here.
Like my X Plus was
wow.
Well, the X Plus was like I think a little over 200, and this is like a little bit more than the X Plus, but I get to have so much more fun with this thing. And honestly, they both, I would say detail wise, they both look about the same, which is also pretty impressive. That a high-end statue looks the same as my posable action figure. The only, I'd say, nitpicks I have is pretty much ball joint problems, which it's a ball joint figure, so things tend to pop off. This isn't any different.
It's gonna have that one issue, and that's it.
Yeah, it's like again, if you plan on collecting MonsterArts, it's just a thing that happens. Ball joints pop out.
I really like the flight stand setup right here, but at this point, I feel like it's like a statue now.
Yeah, it's for like I said, for me, I bought it because I was kind of planning on displaying it like this anyways. But I like being able to have the options. So if I want to do toy photography, or I just get bored of it looking like this at some point, I can pop tentacles on it. I can't do that with like the X Plus.
It's gonna be pain in the butt though to get it back if you want to.
Yeah, honestly, it sounds bad. Getting it back is going to be a lot easier than trying to put it on this thing again.
Yeah.
So you got that going for you. Also, there's a lot less for me to have to store now because it's in this position. More so now, it's just I got to find a place to put these.
Yeah.
And the couple of extra bits we didn't use. But, so if you guys like to pick up Iris for yourself, link in the description for Entertainment Earth, Health Sports Channel, get yourself a sweet Gamera collectible.
It's Gamera, it's okay.
Well, 90s Gameras are still my favorite kaiju series.
It's better than some of the other ones, honestly. I mean, I'll be honest, it's better than some of the other ones.
Like, original, like, Showa Gamera, okay, I can give it to you. I enjoy them, but they are questionable at times. Heisei Gamera, amazing. Because it's pretty much like the Heisei Gamera series and Pacific Rim are probably my favorite movies.
I just wanted that new Gamera movie that never came out.
Oh, that one looks so cool. At least we sort of got it with the anime.
Yeah.
The anime was pretty solid. But anyways, that's pretty much it for this video. So help us defeat those kaiju by hitting the like button, subscribe, become a ranger today. We also got Instagram, Patreon, pictures, Facebook. Guys like people today with channel. Donate greatly, would appreciate it. See you guys next one.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.